There are those who say they hate Christmas, and there are those who actually really, really, really do hate it.
Not too much, is it? The jingle? I was going to make something a little bit more Christmassy, then I just got carried away, if I'm completely honest. Wait for it. So that's silly jingle check. Just need a silly introduction.
The Godless Spell Check, our Christmas podcast!
Yeah. Moving on. I'll be talking Christmas with two fellow primates. We'll be hearing from Katrine. She'll be letting us know how the Danes do it. But first up, from the exotic island of England, I just want to extend a welcome to Religious T.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm fine, how are you?
Yeah, wonderful, wonderful. I wanted to start by talking a little bit about your activities this year because, well, from my experience, most atheists, secularists seem to make an actual conscious effort to avoid any sort of religious activity or ritual, but you've taken a slightly more experimental approach.
Yeah, well, I'm joining 12 religions over 12 months.
Wow.
Which isn't an exact science because it's already running over that. It's about 7 months with 6 religions, so it's not perfect, but, you know, I'm trying.
Where are we at the moment?
I'm a Satanist at the moment.
Satanism, very interesting. A lot of misconceptions about Satanism on both sides.
Absolutely. It's completely non-theistic, at least the version I'm following, which is the Levian version of Satanism. So it's kind of a practical philosophy and quite hedonistic in its approach, and asks us to listen to our carnal desires more often. So whereas some Christians might suggest that fornicating everything in sight is a bad thing, Satanists say, if you want to, why not?
Yeah.
Enjoy yourself.
Could maybe get on board with that to an extent.
You'd hope most people could.
Has anything sort of surprised you about the religions you've taken on board, or changed any misconceptions, or is it mostly what we've all suspected?
Not so much. I loved paganism. I didn't know a lot going into it. I knew it was an old religion. I knew that there was Christianity had kind of skewed a lot of the meaning of it, but I didn't know kind of how beautiful and lovely and poetic it actually was. All the tenets of it, all the kind of commands, I suppose, written in rhyme, and it's wonderful. It's just, trees are nice, pretend to be a hill, enjoy it.
Oh, points for effort with the rhyming, at least.
I couldn't remember anything off the top of my head, but it all does rhyme, I promise, I can assure you.
On the topic of Christmas then, so what's a typical Christmas day for you? What does that involve?
Well, it's been changing recently, but I'd say the most thing. I'm fairly young still, just in the middle of the 20s. So not long ago, it was still spending it with the relatives, the parents, and the brother. Pretty much Christmas went with my mum getting drunk far too early, being upset that she'd not got enough space to cook the massive amount of Christmas dinner that was in no actual way necessary, and then she'll continue to talk bollocks for most of the day, and then we'll put on Snowman and fall asleep at about 5.
It's food overload. You've spent a good hour eating astronomical amounts of food, and then someone sort of says, "Do you want more food?"
And it's no. The answer is always no. It's too much. It's too much.
Is there anything that annoys you about Christmas specifically?
Yeah, probably. I'm quite a bit of a Scrooge of it. I never kind of get it's the run up to it. The run up starts far too early.
Oh yeah, I think it's kicked in around September this year.
It's already going. Yeah, there's already Sainsbury's alleyway that's done full with advent calendars and stuff like that. We're not even done Halloween yet, which as a Satanist is very important to me. And it's bizarre. It's utterly bizarre. I kind of miss Christmas songs around July, and they get in my head a bit. So I start even earlier than everybody else. So when it really kicks in September, I'm done. I'm just bored of it.
Yeah. Do you have a guilty pleasure sort of Christmas song?
Well, I find them all fairly good.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I really genuinely like them.
I remember when I was at university, me and my flatmates, we had a bet that I think it was something around about April that one of us could only play Christmas music in the sort of flat. And just keep up the pretense that we just really liked Christmas music. So it got boring after a week, but I think I probably know all the words to Last Christmas by Wham now, which is not necessarily a good thing.
It's not a bad thing.
No.
How loud did you have it? How annoyed were the neighbours?
We used to get letters. Yeah,
really?
Yeah, from floors below and above. So they used to be sort of it's like letter top trump to see who had accumulated the most complaint letters over the year.
That's one of my favourite games. That's a brilliant game.
Yeah, the neighbours didn't quite appreciate it, but
Sorry, that's amazing.
And this is probably the most important question I will ask regarding Christmas. Your favourite Christmas movie?
Oh, yeah, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Ah, wow. You know what? I don't think I've seen it.
Well, may I usher you that way?
Recommendation, Religious Day. I should jot
Good.
that down.
It's really good. Well, I don't know if it's really good. I don't know. As most Christmas films go, it'll pass.
Yeah.
It'll pass. There's a little bit of swearing in it. There's a squirrel.
That should just be the synopsis. A little bit of swearing. Squirrel.
It's what got me on board.
As a fellow northerner, no doubt you're aware of the cosmic ramification posed by two northern accents inhabiting the same space at any one time.
Yep.
Yeah, I think Hawking may have spoke about this at some length.
He used to have a northern accent, but then of course he had it artificially changed.
He's sold out, if any.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just pretending to be American now.
he's not fooling anybody. In order to restore equilibrium to the universe, I suggest a northern off.
You're northern when you have Whippet Piss Chaser with your ale.
I'm so northern, Blackpool is an exotic holiday.
I'm so northern, I've killed my brother's kestrel.
I'm so northern, my blood type is Bisto.
Yep, I like that one. I'm so northern, I inadvertently took a pork pie with me to Australia.
I'm so northern, 42 is considered a good innings.
I'm so northern that a trip to the shop equates to 15 miles in the snow.
I'm so northern, my second language is Sean Bean.
I'm so northern that I once tried to get a flat cap on the NHS.
That was completely worth it.
I think so. I enjoyed that.
At Religious Tea.
Thank you very much.
Last Christmas, I gave you my heart, but the very next day.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that to you. I'm an atheist, not a sadist. Joining me now, all the way from Copenhagen, Denmark, is Katrina. Hello.
Hello.
How's it going?
It's going really well.
I was wondering if you could maybe give me an idea of what a typical Danish Christmas is like.
My family or my husband's family, depending on, we alternate each year. We meet up at our house in the afternoon, and previously we would have gone to church. We don't do that anymore, and we gather for dinner, and we all sit down and we have dinner, and when we're done eating, we dance around the Christmas tree and sing carols, and when we're done with that, we exchange gifts and drink some more wine and cocktails and whatever.
What is it that you yourself enjoy most about the Christmas day?
I think it's the nice, warm family feeling, being with family, and everyone's in a really good mood, and we're gonna have great foods, and we're gonna exchange gifts, and children are really excited. So
I've had a quick bit of research on typical Danish traditions at Christmas, but you can never tell online what's truthful and what isn't in terms of whether they're genuine. So I'm going to run a couple by you if that's okay.
Yeah.
All right. I've read there's an expression in Denmark: if a visitor leaves your home in Denmark without being fed, they will carry away the Christmas spirit.
True. Yeah. That's a saying. Yeah.
I really like that idea that if you have a visitor on Christmas, they must have some food. I think that's excellent.
Well, food is typically combined with having the Danish concept of hygge, having a nice time together. Food is often involved.
Probably the opposite of the British tradition, which is mostly alcohol. I also read there's a tradition known as cut and paste day.
Cut and paste day.
See, that one's a miss. We was doing so well. What I read said the family all sit down together and they spend the day decorating sort of homemade Christmas ornaments.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't call that an official tradition. People do it or they don't. It's not like a set date or anything.
So you guys, the 24th is the big day really for.
Yeah, nothing really happens on the 25th. Kids play with their toys and all that, but we don't have a morning thing that I think you do.
Sort of the 23rd is known as Little Christmas Eve.
Yes, true. Well, nothing really happens on the 23rd either. It's all on the 24th. Unless, of course, if you have a family that you need to go to, if your parents are divorced or whatever, and you have two 2 Christmases, you might do it on the 23rd. 24th is the big day here.
Is there anything particular that really irritates you about Christmas?
That it started already, according to shops and commercials and all that. I'm really fed up with Christmas by the time it gets there.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I mean, they started selling Christmas food around about September in the UK.
Really?
Places, yeah, so I'm not sure if it'll even make it till Christmas. But yeah, it's there. It's there if you need it.
Yeah. No, I think we started here in October, not quite at September. October's early enough.
It starts before Halloween. Is Halloween celebrated much?
It has been more and more these last recent years. Yeah.
Yeah, it seems to be one of them things that's just grown out of nowhere.
It spreads like a virus. I mean, it has nothing to do with Danish traditions at all. It's something that has been brought by shops or movies or whatever. It's not a thing we would normally celebrate in Denmark traditionally.
What's the best Christmas present you can recall ever having?
I'm gonna sound like such an idiot now. I had a KitchenAid, one of those kitchen machines to make dough. I can't recall what it's called now.
Ah, so you do a lot of baking.
Yeah, I did, and that was really unexpected. So I was really happy with that.
I hear cookies are quite popular around about Christmas.
Yeah, true.
What's the Danish for cookie?
For cookie,
Yeah,
smokke.
smokke.
Yeah. Wow, that was really good.
Thank you very much. In the UK, every Christmas, Brussels sprouts are sort of a staple of the Christmas meal. Is that something?
Really?
Yeah, is that something you guys have to put up with?
No Brussels sprouts here. No, not a particular fan either.
I'm not sure why there's this huge conspiracy to force feed English people sprouts every year.
Is there a tradition that it's easy to grow in Britain or something?
Maybe. I think there should be some sort of official investigation.
Yeah. Well, thanks for having me.
Have a lovely evening.
You too.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening, and thanks to both my guests. Should you wish to know when the new episodes go live, you can hit subscribe on my YouTube channel. Fairly sure we've all learned something here today.
The Godless Spell Checker Christmas Podcast.
That's ridiculous. So is there anything you'd like to say at all?
I thought we were going to play the Northern game. I've written stuff down.
Oh shit, yes, you are correct. See, I told you I had no idea what I was doing. I even had a little lead in for that. You know what happened? I've actually printed it out and it's on the second page.
Oh, you didn't put PTO?
No, it's the counting things thrown me.
Adam Reeks would always put PTO.
Yeah, we can't all be Adam Reed. So whenever you're ready, just give me a Danish Merry Christmas, please.
Glædelig jul.
Wow, could you do that again for me, please?
Glædelig jul.
Glædelig jul.
Glædelig jul. Yeah.
Glædelig jul.
Yeah.
Glædelig jul.
Glædelig jul.
Yeah, I think I'll leave the Danes to you.